How do I gain administrative access to a secondhand computer? Everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. Here's a pretty common question. My dad bought a computer from a yard sale. The problem is that they forgot to take off the password. I'm logged in as a user but not an administrator, so I don't have admin privileges. How do I become an administrator? To be fair, this is frightening for many reasons, and the short answer is that you should not. It's not you who should be scared, to be honest. We'll probably be able to get you into the computer, however, but it's the previous owner that should be concerned. It's clear they did not take a few important steps before selling their computer. You still need to tread very, very carefully. I'll explain why. So, the problem for the original owner is this. They've given away or sold their computer and all of the data on it. How do I know? Because it still boots into Windows. It's clear they did not take the extra step to securely delete all of the data on the hard drive. We hear stories all the time of secondhand computers that are sold or discarded with sensitive personal data still on the machine. They may think they've deleted the files they care about, but I've discussed in many articles in the past, there are often sensitive remnants of files left in other places, and even deleted data can sometimes be recovered. So, lesson number 1 is for whoever sold the computer in the first place. Securely erase your data, or you run the risk of the computer's new owner having access to all of it. Now, buyer beware. Do you know what you have? I mean, do you really know what it is you have? How do you know that the computer you just bought isn't chock full of malware? For all you know, there are viruses, Trojans, spyware, ransomware, and more on that machine just waiting for you to do something. Connect to your local network, share files with other machines, or log into your bank account. They're waiting for the opportunity to propagate, compromise, destroy, and generally cause havoc. Now, I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm saying there's just no way to know that it's not. You have no idea how safety smart the previous owner of that computer may or may not be. You have no idea what's on that machine. You have no idea what you have. So lesson number 2 is for you, the person acquiring a secondhand machine by whatever means. The right thing to do is to ignore anything on the hard disk, get a Windows installation disk, and reformat and reinstall Windows from scratch. It's the only way to be certain you know what is, and perhaps more importantly, what is not on the machine. It's the right way for 2 reasons. You're not going to try to access or recover the previous owner's data, and you're not going to suffer from any infections or malware left behind by that previous owner. Heck, the fact that the previous owner didn't know enough to securely erase their data doesn't really bode very well for their security habits. All right, I know, sometimes people are curious or adventuresome, which I consider perhaps a synonym for foolhardy, and they want to see what's on the existing hard disk. There are 2 approaches. It may be possible to gain access by downloading a password reset tool and booting from it. I've covered this in I've lost the password to my Windows Administrator account, how do I get it back? While this approach does not always work, when it does, you simply set an administrator password and you reboot into the installed operating system. You're in. Or remove the existing hard drive, place it in an external enclosure, and connect it to a different PC. This will at least let you examine the hard drive's contents as long as it's not encrypted using a tool like BitLocker or VeraCrypt. As I've also said before, if you have physical access to a machine, then it's not secure. Here, that works in your favor. Just be sensitive to the data you might find and know that you may be dealing with malware or other security issues you may not be able to see or recover from. My recommendation? Don't take the risk. reformat and reinstall Windows from scratch on that secondhand machine. It's the safest thing to do, it's the legal thing to do, and it will give you the most stable result. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/12356. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.